Hey guys, welcome back to another video at Alexa Notes here. In this video, I'll be showing you how to set up a Bedwars game on your Minecraft server. So let's get started. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to use a plugin called Bedwars 1058. So it's actually a pretty popular plugin when it comes to free Bedwars plugins. So I'll be showing you the whole setup through it. But let's just get started over here. So as you can see, I have the lobby items over here. So each of them are for their own use. So one is for the stats and another one is for the arena selector. So right now there are no arenas set up, so no arena will be shown. So pretty much when you first join the server, the command you need to type is pv set lobby. So initially when you're spawned, you actually won't see any join items or you won't even see the scoreboard. Right now I actually did bv set lobby, so which pretty much just adds all this extra stuff like the join item and the scoreboard. So you would actually have to rejoin the server, but yeah, that's pretty much how you set up the lobby and that's how you get the items. And now I'll show you how to set up the arenas. So right now I actually have a world file ready in my file manager. Let me show you how you actually have to do it. So for this test, I'll be using this particular world file. You can find multiple world files in Planet Minecraft. So right now I just have it uploaded over here. As you can see, it's called Bedwars map. I just have to let you know that if you have multiverse, just use it, but don't let it interfere with the world that Bedwars is managing. So right now I could do bv setup arena and it has to be the exact world name. So you can just do enter, and now you actually have two ways to set it up. If it's your first time, I would recommend you go with the easy method. So that's how you go through the setup, and I should be spawning over here, and as you can see, I've spawned exactly above the map. So there are some things which you need to know. The whole setup works in a process of step-to-step process. So right now it's going to ask you to set up the waiting lobby, but because this map doesn't actually feature a waiting lobby, you could actually just set something over here. But I actually have a schematic, so I mean I could just go back to plugins folder, then the world edit folder, and let me just go to schematics and upload a schematic. I could just go up over here like at the very top, and I could do schem list and click on the wait pv and paste it, and it should be pasted over here. So do know that some schematics are originally made in smaller versions, or I mean older versions, such as 1.8 or 1.12. So most of the time they actually bug out over here. As you can see, the fence and even glass panes actually bug out. So you need to fix this so that it doesn't look like it's bugged or glitched. So once you've done that, it should be fine. And let me just finish this completely. And once you're done, you can actually open the chat again, and you can click this golden button over here which says click to set the waiting spawn. So you actually need to do bv auto create. Okay, the command is auto create teams. So it seems like it hasn't found any teams, so we could actually create it ourselves. So usually it just finds the teams itself, but if it doesn't, you can just do bw create team. Let's say you're creating blue team, so you can just do that, and let's just do it with green as well. Let's check what else is there. So there's a yellow team, and I think there's a red team as well. So that's pretty much how you actually set up the teams, and now you can do /bw, and you'll notice that there's actually a whole setup guide over here. So first let's just exit the waiting lobby because it's actually enclosed. So let's just do this, and actually we just need to set up two positions so that like when the game starts it actually disappears. So I could just do bv waiting position 1 and then waiting position 2 over here at the top. Just make sure it's two corners, and that should be done over there. So the whole waiting lobby part is done. Maybe if you want to get started early, you can just start adding the generators. So let's just find the generators over here. I think it's bv add generator, and you just need to pretty much stand on the exact block over here. So it's emerald, so you can just stand on the emerald directly and just type the command again. So that's how you actually set up the whole generators for emerald, and it should be the same with diamond as well. Just not sure where is it. Okay, it's here. So you can just go down over here and stand on the diamond exactly. So just do bv add generator, and the diamond generator is actually created. So let's just finish this with all the four. So as you can see, I've actually done with all the four generators in the corners of the map. Let's start with the team spawn. So right now, as you can see, there's actually a pretty good spawn over here. Let me do bw set spawn, and you actually need to select the team. So let's just do bw set spawn blue, and it actually detects the bed directly, so you don't need to worry about that. And you can just do bv add generator, and it actually detects the spawn and adds the generator. And now if you want to add the shops, so maybe let's just break that for the simplicity. So now you can just do BW set shop. So let's just finish that and enter over here and do BW set upgrade. Sorry, I keep saying VV, sometimes mix W and V. Just know that I mean BW. So right now, let's just continue with red over here. It's the same, just BW set spawn red. And just go back here and do BW add generator. And let's just break both of these to go inside. So BW set shop, oops, BW set shop, BW set shop, sorry. And BW upgrade, set upgrade, that should be done. And then there's just other two teams. I think I've gone through the whole idea of how to set it up, so I'm just going to delete those teams actually so that it's easy for me. So I mean I can just do that, you know, remove team yellow and green because it's actually quite annoying for me to set up everything all the time. So right now that's actually pretty much how you set up the whole thing, you know, the whole spawn thing. So pretty much how I did it was I would just find a spawn location over here. So I would make sure that I would find actually a good spawn location, and then I would just do PV set spawn and the team name. So remember that it's actually case sensitive, and then you can actually just enter it, and then it's automatically going to recognize the bed near the spawn. And then you can just go ahead over here and type BW add generator the same way you added generators at diamond, and then it just adds like team generator over here as I showed you, and the same with upgrade and shop over here. So that's pretty much it on the shop setup, and then there was the lobby setup, and then there's the generator setup, and the next step would be to think set type. So right now it was actually 4v4, so you could actually set up whatever you want. So maybe let's just do quads type, and then the next step would be to do BB save. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. It saves it, and you just need to do enable arena Bedwars map, and it enables it for you. And that's pretty much how you do it. And you can actually use the arena selector over here, as you can see. And you'll notice that it's over here. So once you've joined, you'll notice that it's actually 1 out of 8 because there's only 2 teams and it's a game of squads. So you could actually do BB start debug if you want to test it. So as you can see, I've actually spawned here properly, and I just need to collect iron over here. Then I go to the shop, buy a wool, cover the bed, and then there's actually some additional features that I would like to let you know. So I'm sure you're aware of the whole spawn protection. It's actually configurable in the arena file. So maybe if you have an arena where the team spawn is actually pretty small, you know, something like where the bed is actually right beside the spawn and the generator, you could actually reduce the radius of the spawn protection. So I'll let you know on that as well once I enter the config part. And I think that's pretty much it on the whole Bedwars setup. So now I can just do BW leave, and I'll leave the whole arena. So I'm back over here, and that's pretty much it on the whole arena setup. So now I just have to show you another thing which many of you do not know, that is using schematics. So right now if you do schem list, I actually have a schematic over here. So right now I actually found the main solution for it. So it's pretty much something like, let's do space, and it's actually gonna show up a menu even though there's no file called space over here. As you can see, there's no world called space over here, but once I proceed, it's going to create a void actually, if you notice the chat message as well. So as you can see, the whole void has been generated, and the next step is pretty much just schem list, and then click on the schematic that you wish to paste. So you do know that this is actually with fast SNX world edit. You might have to actually manually type it if you're using the plain world edit, but actually just paste it over here. So as you can see, it's actually pasted the whole map over here. Pretty much you could just go through the setup over here with everything. So next you could pretty much just go through the whole setup over here, and at the end you could do BV save. So that's pretty much how you use schematics if you wish to use a schematic to set up an arena. So yeah, let's go to the next setup. If you want to edit something in the world where the lobby is placed, Bedwars actually protects it, so you actually can't break it. But if you do BW build, it actually lets you break the blocks. So that's actually what I want to do right now. Anyways, you could just stand over here, and then there's actually a command for PV NPC. So do remember that you actually need citizens plugin for this. So let me just do PV NPC add, and it's gonna show you the whole command list for this. So right now let's just create an NPC for the squads group, because that's what we picked when creating the first arena. So the group was actually 4v 4v 4v4, and then you could actually add lines, so maybe something like 4v 4v 4v4, and you just need to use the break sequence. So that's actually called okay, I think it's called the escape sequence, So you just need to use the backslash n, or is it front slash? I'm not exactly sure. And then you can proceed to the next line, which would be something like click to queue. So right now it would just create it with my skin actually, because if you notice the command that I used, I actually put my username in the skin. So right now if I try to join it, you'll notice that I've actually joined the arena. So that's pretty much how you actually create an NPC. But there's actually add-ons which can replicate the whole map selector that Hypixel offers, which you could actually go through in the Bedwars wiki. So maybe let's just find that for you. So let me just do Bedwars 1058 wiki, and I can go here and let me just search add-ons. So if you notice the list, there's actually a lot of add-ons over here. So you could just upload all of these and then just set it up and they'll start working for you. So I highly recommend that you try all of them, and there's even pre-made servers that you could use. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it on the gameplay part. So as you can see, I'm in the file manager over here, and previously I shown the world space was actually created. So right now that's not our concern actually. I just need to go to plugins folder, find the Bedwars plugin, and then go to the config file. And here you can actually edit the watermarks, which you must have noticed in the server. For example, there was a watermark for yourserver.com. So let's try to edit that. So as you can see, the server IP is shown over here. So you can just edit it, or maybe something like bedwars.com. Do remember that you actually have to restart the server to apply the changes, so you just need to do that as well. And then you can actually also edit the items over here. So let me just find the hub item. Okay, so as you can see, I found the lobby items, so you just need to do Control F lobby items, and you'll find the lobby items, and you can actually edit the commands which each of them would actually execute. So let's say you've actually connected your Minecraft server to a BungyCon network, and you have a command for players to use, maybe something like lobby, which would send them back to the hub or something. So you could actually change this to something like lobby, and it'll actually just send you back. And you could actually go to the messages file as well. So I think it's inside the languages, and you can enter the messages _en. So here you could actually edit everything. So maybe let's try to find something like lobby item. As you can see, you can actually edit the lobby items name and lore. So you could actually edit it for each thing, and seems like the lore actually supports multiple lines, so that's actually cool. Okay, so let me go to the arenas folder, which I mentioned earlier about the spawn protection. So if you look at spawn protection over here, you could actually change this to maybe something like 2 or 3 to reduce it. And I would recommend that you actually try to change it around, maybe for you to understand what protection you would like. And there's also protection for shop and upgrade, the NPCs generally, and even the generator protection. And if you want to edit the island radius, which I think you might want to sometimes. And then there's actually also a world border. So there were times, I actually remember where the border was actually cutting the team spawns in middle. So you might want to change that if that's the case with you. You might also want to change the kill height. So maybe the void is something else. Let's say the void is like at 30 at Y level. So you might want to change that to 30. And there's also a max build level. Say you have like the waiting lobby at 90 or something. So it's preferably best choice to do 70 or something. That is only if you want to, because normally you can actually make the waiting lobby disappear. You can also change the group over here. So the groups being 4v 4v4. There's also 3v 3v3. Then there's doubles, and then there's also solo. So remember that this is actual case sensitive group names. This is actually triples, and then this is doubles, and this is solos. And I think that's pretty much on how the whole system works actually. Could go through everything else if you wish to, but I think that's all. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more similar content. See ya!